Aloha, everyone, and welcome back to the program. As you should know by now, I'm pretty much just a slut for attention. Attention and ramen, of course. And honestly, I don't care if it comes from some fancy restaurant or one of those freeze dried bricks of shit you get from the gas station. I'm eating all that stuff. My personal record 14 bowls of ramen during a 3-week trip to Japan. Best of all, I didn't eat from the same restaurant twice. I'm pretty proud of that, to be honest with you. And speaking of sucking up, my good buddy Mark Roberts, 8427513, posted a comment about our Jeff Beck video that we did a couple weeks back, and I knew right away this is another opportunity for attention. So we're going to go for it, right? Now, is it the blues? Who cares? It's Jeff Beck. It's Big Block Live. It's what Mark wanted. And most important, please do remember that only you can save me from obscurity. So please like, subscribe, comment, invite a friend or family, but above anything else, just enjoy. Because I know I will. Tal Wilkenfeld. Yeah, she can play. I guess that's what you got to do to be in the Jeff Beck band. my gosh. Oh, Jeff Beck. That is just like a buddy, Mark Roberts, who Navy vet, cool, skimmer, not as cool, but story that he relayed was kind of nice. He never got the chance to see Jeff Beck in concert, a lot of it due to his Navy obligations. Big block at the '07 Crossroads Guitar Festival. That's what this was. That's what he requested. So we wanted to go ahead and do that. Good Lord. I mean, Jeff Beck on guitar. We mentioned it. Tal Wilkenfeld on bass. Jesus, good Lord, she can play. Vinnie Colaiuta on drums. Neil Young in his autobiography said, if you ain't got a drummer, you ain't got shit. Vinnie is the shit when it comes to drumming. Ungodly. Jason Rebello on keyboards, almost kind of like the odd man out, but not really. Such an amazing performance. The last time we did that, we were talking about when Jeff Beck, when the last time we featured him on the program, that was actually in December of last year. So that would have been episode 85 for those of you scoring at home. And we titled that one, The Guitar Hero's Guitar Hero. And I don't know if that will ever change. I think as long as folks are listening and playing guitar and getting turned on to Jeff Beck, he's going to be doing something to him. And what's really kind of fun too is listening to other guitar players and other musicians talk about Jeff Beck. And some of them are, they're not any better describing what he does than we are. It's recently seen one from Alice Cooper. Actually, one quite a little bit ago, but it's a fun story. He met Alice Cooper. He says Alice Cooper met Jeff Beck somewhere back in about 1966. He said Beck would have been about 19 years old or so. They're somewhere having a conversation, just a group of people around. He says Beck picked up his guitar, feedbacking all like crazy. And he said he let the guitar slide in his hands, letting gravity slowly take it down. As he's doing it, Jeff's playing perfect triplets, just as if he's just continuing the conversation. Wait just until he got to the nut and just sat there and just kept doing triplets at, in the top 3 fret positions. And then let it go. Feedback came back. And needless to say, Alice Cooper at that time was duly impressed. And he thought, if he's this good at 19 or whatever, where is he going to go? Well, now we know where Jeff Beck went. Bon Jovi was on the Howard Stern show some years back, not that too long ago. But at one point in the interview, he asked him, he says, quickly, greatest guitar player of all time. Without a beat, Bon Jovi said, Jeff Beck. Howard says, not this guy, that guy. He says, he's telling the story. They worked together on the Young Guns soundtrack. And Bon Jovi said, I saw Jeff Beck pull a guitar out of a cardboard box and still be Jeff Beck, meaning that there was no setup, no custom, gear. It was just Jeff Beck pulling a brand new guitar out of the box and bending that instrument to his will. That takes skill. One of my favorites, and one of my favorite music YouTubers, music producer Rick Beato. And like I said, he's got something like, 1 billion views on his videos. And if you do like really good, intelligent music commentary and things, go check him out. But he does have this really great video about Jeff Beck. And I think the title of that is Why Jeff Beck is Uncopyable. And basically what he says is simply that just Jeff Beck is just too unique. He's one of one. He says that every note is different. Every note is played at a different volume. He uses probably the whammy bar in maybe 12 different ways, maybe more. And this highly successful producer, arranger, musician, guitar player, bass player, whatever. I'm watching him watch Jeff Beck plays, and he's like us. He watches in just sheer amazement at the talent of this guy possesses. And when that's the case, I think it's, regardless of format, I think we just need to share that stuff, to be honest with you. Now, for you folks who said, maybe we're getting a little bit away from the blues, well, I'm thinking for our next episodes, I got the idea because I've been listening to some Memphis Minnie, and I really like the groove. So what I'm thinking about doing is a video where it's Memphis Minnie doing what you're thinking is probably an old rock classic. So I need you to come back for the next episode to see which old rock tune is in fact an even older blues jam. Like, comment, subscribe. You know how we're doing this. Thanks once again. Y'all take care, all right?